Hey guys, let's start 35th episode of Daily Football News and know what has happened in the past 24 hours. Why Morata received death threats? Is Mbappe renewing his contract? Kane backs himself to shine. Let's quickly find out all of these in this video. Before starting this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's start today's video with yesterday's fixtures and their results. Italy beat Austria by 2-1 in nail-biting encounter. Denmark trashed Wales by 4-0. Cristiano Ronaldo has been strongly linked with a move away from Juventus, with Corriere dello Sport noting that Paris Saint-Germain striker Mauro Icardi, Manchester City's Gabriel Jesus, Barcelona forward Antoine Griezmann and Fiorentina youngster Dusan Vlahovic are all on their shortlist. Kylian Mbappe has just 1 year left to run on his contract at Paris Saint-Germain, with no agreement having yet been reached about a new contract. And now the Daily Star report that Liverpool have inquired about the Frenchman's situation at the Parc des Princes. Erling Haaland will not consider a move to Bayern Munich, and, according to Bild, will only join Real Madrid or one of the Premier League's big boys if he leaves Borussia Dortmund. It is thought that the team that wants him the most in England is Chelsea. Jose Mourinho wants to revamp Roma's defense and would like to bring Juventus centre-back Mary Demiral to the Stadio Olimpico, with Gianluca Di Marzio noting that he would cost around €40 million. Sandro Tonali made the switch from Brescia to AC Milan last season amidst much fanfare, but his lack of game time means that he is set to return to Brescia on loan, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. Brescia missed out on promotion to Serie A last season, so Tonali would be playing in Serie B. Paulo Dybala has just 1 year left to run on his contract at Juventus, but Corriere dello Sport note that the club want him to sign a renewal as they plan to build their project around him. Borussia Dortmund are already planning for life post Jadon Sancho, with Bild claiming that the club have made contact with Daniel Malin's agent, Mino Raiola, about a move for the PSV Eindhoven forward. The deal would be for a fee in the region of £25 million. Nuno Espirito Santo is set to become Tottenham Hotspur's new manager, and Gianluca Di Marzio states that his first request is for the club to sign Sevilla centre-back Jules Koundé. Sevilla have pointed clubs towards his €80 million release clause, but an agreement could be reached for something closer to €70 million. Everton have been linked to former Manchester United goalkeeper Sergio Romero, according to the Daily Mail. And now it seems Juventus are also after the Argentine, who is available on a free transfer. After the departure of Jorginho Wijnaldum, Liverpool are on the lookout for a replacement, and the name of Renato Sanchez has joined the list. The Portugal international has been excellent at Euro 2020 with a particularly eye-catching performance against France. It is no secret that Barcelona will have to lighten their squad this summer in order to comply with La Liga's salary cap. Barcelona have humongous debts. According Rack 1, the club will have to free up around €100 million in wages if Messi ends up committing his future to the club. Barcelona president Joan Laporta has already warned that the situation is complicated and explained a few days ago that, for every €100 million freed up, only €25 million can be used. Thus, Barcelona will be looking to offload players with very high salaries, as well as those who are not in Ronald Koeman's plans. Others may have to take a pay cut in order to fit in with the club's requirements. Sergio Busquets has added his voice to those calling on Lionel Messi to end the uncertainty surrounding his future at Barcelona and commit to a new contract. Quizzed on the Messi saga by Cadena Ser, Busquets said, "Hopefully we will continue to play together next year. Let's see if he renews." Former Wolves boss Nuno Espirito Santo is in talks to become Tottenham's next manager. Goal can confirm. In the months since, the club has been linked with several big-name candidates, with Nuno the latest to hold discussions with those in charge at Tottenham. Any manager taking charge at Tottenham would potentially need to deal with a club-altering departure, with Harry Kane heavily linked with a move away from the club in recent weeks. Ethan Mbappe, the younger brother of star forward Kylian, has signed a new youth contract with PSG, the club have announced. Paris Saint-Germain is pleased to announce the signing of an aspiring contract for 2 of its young Parisian players. For 3 seasons, the club announced. Born in 2006, these promising young talents had previously been within the youth squads of Paris Saint-Germain. Anthony Martial and Donny van de Beek could be sold as part of Manchester United's summer overhaul, reports ESPN. Several clubs have asked about the availability of the pair, with United open to offers if the price is right. Diogo Dalot, Andreas Pereira and Jesse Lingard could also be leaving Old Trafford. Roma defender Chris Smalling will not join Everton this summer, claims the Daily Mail. Smalling faces an uncertain future at Roma after Jose Mourinho, his former boss at Mana, was appointed as head coach. But the 31-year-old is understood to have no interest in joining the Toffees, who have been linked with a move. Juventus could be convinced to sell defender Mary Demiral this summer if another club were to meet their valuation of the Turkish centre-back. Goal can confirm that Juve would be willing to consider offers of around €40 million. once the summer market opens. Jonathan Acone wants to leave Lille this summer, according to Calciomercato. The 23-year-old played a major role in Lille's League One title last term, making 37 appearances in the league. Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan are both interested in the attacker. Red Bull Salzburg star Patson Daka has confirmed that he is set to join Leicester City after weeks of rumors surrounding his club future. Daka has been linked to Tottenham and Liverpool in recent weeks, but Leicester have won the race to his signature after persuading the Zambian that they could offer him more first-team chances. Now, let's move towards the major news of the day. The Blancos don't have the finances to pull off a deal this summer. Real Madrid have ruled out a summer move for PSG striker Kylian Mbappe, reports Cadena Ser. PSG are set to make a huge proposal to Mbappe for a contract renewal, with the striker's deal set to expire in 2022. The Blancos are resigned to the fact that they do not have the financial muscle to compete with PSG. Harry Kane has brushed aside the critics after going scoreless in England's first 3 Euro 2020 games, saying he's ready to perform in the knockout stage when it counts. "It's definitely not the first time people have doubted me in my career. That's for sure," Kane said. "That's part and parcel of it. I've said all along as a striker that you go through some great spells where you are scoring every game and everything you touch turns into goals, and then there are some where things don't fall your way. And that's probably the way it's gone in this tournament so far. People are quick to change their minds. It wasn't too long ago when I won the Golden Boot, and I was the best thing in the world. People were raving about me. You can't get too high or too low. You just have to have that neutral mode. Self-belief is a huge thing, and I've always believed in myself. I could go 10, 15 games without scoring, but give me a chance, and I'd back myself to score it. It is about trying to peak at the right time, and the right time in tournament football is the knockout stages." The Premier League has announced that it will provide funding to purchase automated external defibrillators for thousands of grassroots football clubs and facilities, as the league aims to save lives of those experiencing cardiac arrest. The use of defibrillators has become a talking point in recent weeks after one was used to help save the life of Denmark star Christian Eriksen, who was recently discharged from the hospital following a successful operation less than a week after he suffered cardiac arrest during his country's Euro 2020 opener. And now the Premier League has partnered with the Football Foundation and the Football Association to begin the first phase of the Premier League Defibrillator Fund rollout. As part of the first phase, the league will ensure that AEDs are provided to Football Foundation-funded facilities that are currently operating without a device on site. In Phase 2, grassroots clubs that own their facilities will be able to apply for funding to purchase a defibrillator of their own. In total, the league says that more than 2,000 sites will benefit from this new program, with the first 1,000 units delivered in time for the start of the 2021-2022 season. Spain striker Alvaro Morata says he was bombarded with threats and insults, including from people who said they wanted his children to die, after missing an open goal against Poland at Euro 2020. Speaking to Spanish radio station Cadena Cope, Morata said, "I did not sleep for 9 hours after the game against Poland. I have received threats, insults to my family, that they hope my children die. I'm fine. Maybe a few years ago I would have been screwed. I have spent a few weeks isolated from everything." Asked why he had chosen to go public about the threats, Morata added, "I wish people would put themselves in my place. I have two options, either shut up or come here to explain myself." What will be the score in upcoming fixtures in Euro 2020 and Copa America between Netherlands versus Czech Republic, Belgium versus Portugal, Brazil versus Ecuador, Venezuela versus Peru? Comment down your predictions. This was the end for our 35th episode. We will be back with more interesting news and transfer rumors tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.